Subscribe and download over 1 million code snippet including this tutorial from codegive.com, link in the description below. Title: Building a web application with Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. Introduction. In this tutorial, we will walk through the process of building a web application using Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. This combination allows for a powerful and flexible solution, leveraging the strengths of each technology. We'll be using Python as the backend language, ASP.NET for the frontend, and SQL Server for our database. Prerequisites. Step 1. Setting up the database. Create a new database in SQL Server and define a table. For example. Step 2. Connecting to the database in Python. Use the pyodbc library to connect to the SQL Server database from Python. Install the library using. Now, create a Python script to establish a connection and perform a simple query. Step 3. Creating an ASP.NET web application. Open Visual Studio and create a new ASP.NET web application. Choose the appropriate template, such as MVC or WebForms. Step 4. Connecting ASP.NET to Python. In your ASP.NET project, add a reference to the Python script by calling it using the subprocess module. Step 5. Displaying data in ASP.NET. Modify your ASP.NET project to display data from the Python script. For example, in a Razor view. Step 6. Run the application. Run both the Python script and the ASP.NET application. You should see the user data fetched from the SQL Server database displayed on your web page. Conclusion. In this tutorial, we covered the process of building a web application using Python for the backend, ASP.NET for the frontend, and SQL Server for the database. This combination provides a powerful and flexible solution for web development. ChatGPT. Title: Building a web application with Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server, a comprehensive tutorial. Introduction. In this tutorial, we will guide you through the process of building a web application using Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. This combination provides a powerful and versatile stack for creating robust and scalable web applications. We'll cover the setup, integration, and provide code examples to help you get started. Prerequisites. Step 1. Setting up the Python environment. Ensure you have Python installed on your system. You can download it from the official Python website, https://www.python.org. We'll also use a popular web framework for Python called Flask. Step 2. Creating the ASP.NET web application. Open Visual Studio and create a new ASP.NET web application. Choose the web application, model view controller, template. Step 3. Connecting to SQL Server. Add a connection string to your appsettings.json file to connect to your SQL Server database. Step 4. Creating a database model. Create a model class to represent your database table. For example, if you're building a simple task management app. Step 5. Implementing data access layer. Create a repository class to handle database operations. Use Entity Framework for seamless integration. Step 6. Implementing the controller. Create a controller to handle HTTP requests. Inject the repository into the controller. Step 7. Creating views. Create Razor views to display and interact with the data. Step 8. Running the application. Run both the Python Flask app and the ASP.NET application. Access the web application at http://localhost port. Conclusion. Congratulations! You've successfully created a web application using Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. This tutorial covered the essential steps, from setting up the environment to integrating the backend and frontend components. Feel free to expand upon this foundation for more complex projects and features. ChatGPT. Title: Building a web application with Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. Introduction. In this tutorial, we will guide you through the process of building a web application using the powerful combination of Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. This tutorial assumes basic knowledge of Python and web development concepts. Prerequisites. Step 1. Setting up the project. Step 2. Connecting to SQL Server. Step 3. Creating a model. Step 4. Implementing the data access layer. Step 5. Building the controller. Step 6. Building the view. Step 7. Run the application. Conclusion. Congratulations! You have successfully built a web application using Python, ASP.NET, and SQL Server. This tutorial covered setting up the project, connecting to SQL Server, creating a model, implementing the data access layer, building the controller, and creating a simple view. Feel free to expand on this foundation to create more complex and feature-rich applications. ChatGPT.